Hello everybody, welcome along. It is time for the F1 pre-season race for season 25. It is the Chinese Grand Prix and I'm very much looking forward to this. It is, as I say, start of season 25. I know we call it round zero, I know we say, oh, it's only pre-season, but really, this is where it all gets started. I've been very much looking forward to seeing this grid get along. I'm your commentator Owen White again for the season, back for the second one in the F1 tier, third overall, starting to get quite used to it around here, and we've got a very entertaining 10 race season coming up for you, and I hope you're all looking forward to it. And before I go through the calendar, I should probably actually take you through the grids that we've got for this season, but before I do that, let me just get the stream links all sent out, etc, etc. So, hope you've had a lovely break, people. Hope you've not missed us too much. Or maybe I hope you have, if that means more people watch, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, let me just quickly get link out. It always takes much longer than you think it would to get a link out. There you go. There's that link out. Right then, grid. Shall we take a peep ponder? So, we'll start off with Mercedes then. And, yeah, you can see that we've got one of the two Mercedes drivers anyway. We've got Lion. It might be a different username. Because it's La Quina on this little graphic that we've got, which is quite a nice graphic, I'll give it. Our driver's Onyx. He was in the McLaren last season, did okay. I think he was in the top half of the championship, so it wasn't a bad run at all. In the Ferraris we've got Jake Tex and we've got Lickle, as you can see on screen. They are the correct drivers and they're in the right teams. We've also got both Red Bull drivers. We've got Liam and we've got Blizzard here. Blizzard, who of course finished third in the championship last season, looking to go to better, hopefully this time around. McLaren, we've got Casper, who was the runner-up last season, trying to see if he can take it to Louis and win the title. With him, we've got Lee Finlay beside him in the other orange, papaya orange car. I'm actually good at Blizzard. He's on the soft compound tires, so watch him as he heads around. For Renault, we've got Lakitu and ILRT Jonathan. Now we've got Lakitu here, haven't got Jonathan. We've got Amir and Rafa for Alfa Romeo. Again, we only got one Alfa, that would be Rafa. Racing Point. Who have we got here? We've got Forbes and we've got Deso. I never can say his name right, but yeah, only one Racing Point again, so we've got Forbes there, so yeah, see how he gets on. We've got both Toro Rossos here tonight. Last time we'll ever get to call them Toro Rosso. Midnight and Toxic Tomato. I think Toxic Tomato is the reigning out 2 champion, so we'll see how he gets on here. For Haas, we have got Calzo and Gil? I'm gonna go with Gil. Hope I'm saying that right. And then Williams, we've got the reigning champion Louis, keeping his old spot as Blizzard projected to be pits, and beside him he's got Paris. And that is our grid then for the season. It's looking like it's a very saucy grid. It is certainly one of the most I guess it is one of the most, I don't think I can ever remember seeing a more competitive grid on this game anyway. But yeah, looking forward to seeing how they all get on. So I've got my money, honestly, if I'm being brutally honest here. I know people don't like biased commentators, and I'm not going to say I'm being biased. I've got a feeling about Rafa this season. I'm hoping he doesn't go and prove me wrong, because it would just be typical if he did. But I do have a feeling that Rafa could be on for a good season. For anyone who needs reminding of how the championship finished last season, Louis, of course, was our champion from Casper second. He was in the Ferrari at that time. Williams had 1 and 3. Blizzard was third, and so yeah, particularly they won the constructors as well. Fourth was Jake Tex, who was at Mercedes at the time. Then came the 2 McLarens of Sparks and Onyx, and Lee in the Toro Rosso, Lakitu in the Red Bull, Amir in the Mercedes, and Liam in the Red Bull. So that was the top 10 last season. The gap from Louis to Casper was a whopping 54 points. And you get 16 for a race win, 17 if you get the win in the fastest lap. And so you can imagine Louis won that title pretty damn early last season. And so, yeah, you'd be forgiven for thinking that we've got maybe a bit of a bore fest of a season coming up, especially since he's back in the field again. But trust me, people, it's not going to be as big a gap as that, mainly because there's 10 races, first of all, but also the fact that I genuinely do think the field has got more and more progressively fast throughout last season. I mean, the gap at the start of last season and the gap at the end was much closer, I think. So, I mean, you can see, I know it's only a test session, but we've got super close times already on the board. And so that's why I think this season will be a bit closer. And the 10 races we're going to, I'm sure you're all looking forward to seeing this calendar if you haven't already. Bahrain next week, or this week, depends really which tier you're in. For F1 it's next week. For me in F3 it's this week. Bahrain round 1, round 2 is Australia, round 3 is in France, round 4 Canada, round 5 Austria, round 6 Britain, round 7 Germany, round 8 Belgium, round 9 Italy, and round 10 Brazil. What a calendar! What a great calendar. I cannot wait to race it, and I cannot wait to commentate on it. It's going to be great fun. Really am looking forward to it. And yeah, if we can get a grid as close as this one's looking at the moment, then man, we're going to be in for some season. I'm really hoping we get a very close grid as we watch Toxic Tomatoes. Let's actually watch an onboard lap of the Shanghai International Circuit. Of course, the track that I'm not sure we'll get on F1 2020 now. I don't know how they'll go about it. I guess it maybe depends if the Chinese Grand Prix will actually get rescheduled or not. For obviously, coronavirus could play havoc this season. Actually, we could see more than one race postponed. At the minute, it's only the Chinese Grand Prix. It'll probably only be the Chinese Grand Prix. I know people are saying Australia is going to get cancelled, so's Bahrain, so's Vietnam. Nah. They seem pretty confident they'll get those races done. Mind you, we could be here 2 weeks' time for the Australian Grand Prix thinking, well, that was a bit crap, wasn't it? Nothing happened. So, yeah, obviously not in a PSGL sense. We will be in Australia in 2 weeks, but we'll have a good race. There will be a race. Coronavirus doesn't affect you on a PlayStation, I hope. No, look at this. It may well be a test session, but it doesn't mean that these Toro Rossos aren't already planning their season tactics. Look at this. Hitting 214, 215 miles an hour as Midnight sensibly brakes extremely late, and that worked very well. That's a different type of tow to ones we've seen before, where they would just pull off on the straight. Now they went the whole distance and yeah, Midnight just broke super late, and that should put Toxic Tomatoes right up there, and it does indeed put him into second place. Maybe he was a bit wrong-footed in the braking zone. I'm surprised he didn't go fastest, if I'm honest with you, as Blizzard goes into Narnia. Probably just preparing a lap, though, maybe letting people out of the way. Is Lion on a competitive lap? He is on a competitive lap. Or is he? Not really. Well, say not really. He's not even 8/10 off the pace, so that's just how close the grid is. Feel free, people, to also say hello in the chat. I will be chit-chatting to you a lot, so yeah. If you've got any burning questions or any predictions you want to stick in the chat, feel free, you know. Or if you want to ask me anything when it comes to the actual championship, then yeah, do that too. Just ask me whatever you want, okay? I'll answer if it feels appropriate. Anyway, Blizzard's only driver on the grid so far not to have a time on the board. Leckel probably wants to improve his time, not really competitive at the moment, but the rest of the field all separated by under a second. Like I say, all signs are pointing towards this being the most competitive grid we've ever seen. I'm really trying to hype this up, aren't I? Trust me, it is super competitive though. And are we going to see the Red Bull tow now as Casper on 3-lap old hard sets the fastest lap? Now this Red Bull tow isn't going to work as well as the Toro Rosso tow. Of course, they didn't see how that one worked. Well, do you know what actually? Maybe Blizzard's got less wins on because he hit 216, not 215. So actually, did go a bit quicker, so it did work out quite well. We'll see if Blizzard can stick himself into the high rankings here. Blizzard's a driver. He said to me at the end of last season, as he goes third place, that he's very much looking forward to this season. All the tracks suit him very well. And, well, we'll see if he's telling the truth of that. I've got high hopes from this season. If I were to put down people who I'd say have a good chance at the championship, I'd put Casper, Louis, Blizzard. They're the top 8 in a minute. I'd also put Rafa and Toxic Tomato. I know he's come up through the tier last season, but that doesn't mean you can't just move up and win that title as well. I think, honestly, look out for him. Also be looking out for Jake Tex as well. He could have a good chance this season. And Onyx was alright last season. If he can get a bit more consistent, he could be up there too. There's a lot of different drivers who have a chance this season, I think. We'll just see which ones can capitalise on their chances, etc. Anyway, we've got no one doing laps at the minute, as you might be able to tell by the lack of running. I don't know if Louis is on a lap. Let's see. Looks like a competitive one, actually. We'll follow this one round. He heads into the hairpin. Yeah, he's probably got time to finish this and get back into the pits. Although he might, yeah, pits. He does pit. He decided not to take the risk. As Blizzard slowly crawls back to the pit lane. Is he running out of fuel, or is he just bored of driving fast? Is that Red Bull already scaring him? The Red Bull, which it has to be said is the best car on the grid. I don't care what anybody says. The Red Bull is the best car on this game. So maybe he just couldn't handle the speed and power. No, we've got some people out on mediums. Don't be surprised if everyone's going to be qualifying on that. Maybe there'll be some people who think, I want a glory lap. Glory run, please. Danke. So maybe they'll do that, but I think the majority will go out on mediums. This is a top tier. We all know they're going to be quick. What's the need for sandbagging? Am I right? So yeah, let's just see some good laps, yeah, people. Of course, the common problem with this game is that people have to sit out there qualifying on mediums. I'm sort of hoping for next year's game we sort of, you know, have it viable to actually qualify on the best tyre. Or maybe the league could do a wee, you know, free-part qualifying. No, probably not going to work. That means you could just do your Q2 tyre on these boring mediums and stick on some sauce for Q3. Wish there was a way you could do that. You know, without having to make it an hour-long session and waste everyone's time. Anyway, Rafa, through the first few bends, he will be the first one to complete a lap as long as it keeps it all valid, so we will follow him round. Already on for P1, just through that first sector alone, but then again, you would expect that, and we have got every single driver on the grid looking to go on a medium run. Of course, 5 of those people will get to start on whatever tyre they want, because they won't qualify in the top 10, all of them. Currently, field spread is 1.8 seconds, but take little time with a pinch of salt. In fact, take the whole bag. He should surely be going faster than that at some point, as Rafa is currently 8 tenths up at the moment. Leclerc, in fact, the only driver yet to come out on track, and there he goes. You can see him on the map there going through turn 1. And so we're going to have a lot of laps to come through the end of the day, or in the qualifying session anyway. Next should be Lee. Although he looks to be on a slow one. Maybe he's given up and wants to go later on, but we'll just follow Rafa for now. I'll see if we can find anyone else on a lap. But here we go, Rafa in towards the final couple of corners. Is he going to keep the ERS good? We'll wait and see. Keeps it nice and balanced up towards the line. How quick's it going to be? Quick by 1.2 seconds on his last lap. Nearly a second clear of Casper. Let's see how the rest of the grid do. A lot of these people are abandoning the laps, it has to be said. Yeah, interesting one. We should probably then follow Casper. He's next across the line to start one, and he has a good chance of going quite high up. And I want to catch a full on board lap with him, see how he gets on. This first corner does go on forever. I see a few people try first gears. Liam goes P2, but mostly you can get away with second. But Casper decides just to dip into first gear, just to get a bit of extra turning. And through the first sector, he's up by nearly 0.3 of a second. Middle sector is probably where you're going to gain the most on this track, I'd imagine, because you can really flow through these S's. Should be full throttle through here. Maybe no shifting, but certainly full throttle. And Casper didn't quite do that. Gill's gone P2, Lakitu's gone P4, but 9/10 off the pace. We'll be feeling a bit dodgy about that one. Yellow's in sector 1, probably for people who've just finished a lap, and Casper now 7/10 up, looking good to go pole at the minute as the timer flicks on to 0. Checkered flag is out. Anyone who is crossing the line now will be done, but everyone has already started their lap, so it shouldn't really be much of a problem. And we've got a pretty decent order. It's so useful having this map. We can actually look at each driver as they cross the line in order. As Lion retires, he's done that at the end of the first sector, so maybe he invalidated or something, but he's P4. Maybe he's just happy with P4, I guess. But through the final corner, Casper, as Rafa now retires, again he's in the pit lane. Casper keeps it valid, goes... Oh, doesn't. The map lied. The map usually goes red. I do apologise. Lee, here he goes, P4. Next one up is a Toro Rosso Samurai. It's midnight. We'll catch some Red Bulls next. Liam is pitting. Blizzard is P2. You can see Jacob Tex there as well. Here comes Toxic Tomato. He goes second. What about Louis? P1 by only 1/10 of a second. Not really his usual standard, has to be said. Here comes Lickle up to the line. What's the time going to be? It's not going to be pole. P10. Forbes into the pit lane, and so that gives us a field spread of 1.3 seconds. And it is the IRT boys on pole. It is Louis from Rafa. Then Toxic Tomatoes, Toxic Tomato, Jake Tex, Blizzard, Gil, Liam, Lee, Midnight, and Lickle, all starting on the mediums. And then outside top 10, Lion, Lakitu, Calzo, Casper, and Forbes. Casper, his time wouldn't quite have been enough for P1. It would have been second though. The map usually goes red when it's invalidated, so sorry for the confusion. But yeah, certainly a very close field. I have got to say, I am very encouraged. Yes, encouraged. But I'd like if we can all retire now, yes, thank you. A few people in the chat, or Twitter chat, are saying they weren't happy with their laps. So, yeah. Luckily, it's only a test, isn't it? So you don't have to worry. But grid again: Louis from Rafa, Toxic Tomato, Jacob Tex, Blizzard, Gil, Liam, Lee, Midnight, and Lickle. The top 10 all starting on mediums, and everyone outside the top 10, they are Lion, Lakitu, Calzo, Casper, and Forbes. They all get to choose their own tire compound, and we'll see what they choose when we get to the grid. It should be dry. It should be set to dry anyway. I believe we've got damage and safety car on, so we should still basically have this run as a normal race. It's just, you know, just to get everyone acclimatised back to the league race. And it hasn't been that long, in fairness, since the last race, but, you know, a few people moving up. It's just nice to have a bit of an evaluation before it starts. Mind you, it does mean nothing. I crashed and burned in the F3 pre-season race at Spain last night. I ended up beached in the gravel. It just didn't go too well. So pre-season, you know, maybe I was sandbagging. You never know. It wasn't. The car was crap. But, yeah, some people might fancy a bit of a sandbag, but not really worth it. If you see someone crash, they probably don't mean it. Unless it's Louis. He would do it on that. He would do it on purpose. He would do that on purpose. But anyway. Yeah. Speaking of season starting, we do actually have the first race tomorrow. just in case you aren't aware of how close the season is, I know we're sitting here doing all this pre-season stuff, but we really are very close to season starting. I believe the first race is tomorrow. According to the calendar it is anyway. No idea what tier, mind you, but it says the first race is tomorrow, and that'll be Bahrain. And I'll certainly be watching those, I think, just to make sure I know what I'm doing with strategy. I feel pretty confident. If I'm honest, I am genuinely feeling quite confident. I know I never like it when people turn around and say, I'm going to win. So I'm not going to say that. I am going to say, I really think I could win on Sunday. So that'll be F3, Sunday at 8. Do tune into that if you want to see if I can win or not. I did a practice with my teammate, Jay Cardi, and honestly, we were both just on the money, man. We were at a decent pace. I felt quite confident. So, yeah. I won there in ILR as well, Bahrain. That could be my only win of the season now. Even though I like all 10 tracks on the calendar. That's like the perfect calendar for me, this one. Issue is, God forbid I win a championship. What if I win F3? Then what's going to happen? Because then I'd have to do F2. Then I'd have to stop commentating F1. Either that, or at the end of F2 races, I'd just have to whack out the mic and start doing dual screen commentary. Wouldn't really work, would it? So I probably shouldn't win F3. I should probably just stay there forever. I think Palaga's in there as well. He's a reserve, mind you, but Palaga is there. So maybe I like some Palaga action. Right, tyres. Yeah, shockingly no one's on the softs. Didn't see that one coming. We've got 4 on the hards. There was a Lion, Calzo, Casper and Forbes, and then Lakiti on mediums. Quick helmet review. See if there's any I don't like. Rafa, you gotta fix it. It does not work for that car. Come on. Toxic Tomatoes, I like it. It's got like a bit of an AlphaTauri twist, but it does work on that car still. Jacotex, as soon as red, and there's a crash. There's a crash. Gotta get that cleaned off on that Red Bull. Or is it blue? Oh, I don't know. Either way, quite like it on the Ferrari. Blizzard. Girl, I can't see any colours on that, so Liam, They're all flipping white. Midnight's nice, actually. I like that colour combination. Leckles is pink in a Ferrari. Pink looks better than a Mercedes, I'll give it that. Green in a Renault? Hey! Finally a nice helmet. Sorry, that's mean. Calzo, I like it. Casper, I hate it. And Forbes? Yeah, it's fine. As we park up on the grid. So, we'll count it as the first race, but it's not really. Round 0 of the 25th season of PSGL F1 will be underway when the 5 lights go on. And we are away. The Chinese Grand Prix is go. Looks like a decent start from Louis and from Toxic Tomato. Can he get all the way around the outside into turn 1? It's a preferable move if you can stay side by side with your rival, because you'll get the inside from the next corner. Look at the Ferrari on the inside. He's trying to make a free wide actually with the Haas of Gill. And it actually stays pretty even for the first couple of quarters. No one's taking any big risks, although I do see a Haas of Calzo sliding. We'll see if he gets damaged later on. I just want to see if Gill decides to go for a move. He doesn't, but instead, Jacotex was very close to the back of Toxic Tomato. Did Calzo get away with no damage? He did indeed, so luckily for him, he gets to keep going. Some side-by-side action into the S section, in the middle sector for the first time in this race. Plenty going on. A lot of understeer still early on in the race. Easy to have collisions, but they're able to go side by side the whole way through there. Good stuff. Liking it. A few going wide, but no major contact, and they're trying to get free wide off the track as Casper desperately tries to get himself through the field in the early stages. And Lakiti and Lickle are stepping side by side for most of the lap. Really give it a good go, but I don't think it's very easy to go side by side through this section. They're trying it, like. Some of them are trying it. You can see Casper there trying to get ahead of Forbes. A lot of slipstreaming on that back straight, as you would expect. Pretty much anyone on that straight will just follow the leader. There's no point sitting outside slipstream. Probably the best to stay on board just in case anyone crashes. I know Blizzard's trying on Gill, but didn't make anything work of it. And Casper on the inside should finally get by Forbes. Saying that though, Forbes has a bit of a dodgy exit that. I don't know if he'll get away with that. Again, a good run for Casper, and looks like Toxic Tomato is going side by side with Jagetex. Again, outside line is probably the preferable line. He should be okay if he can just sit there, because he'll become the inside line. No real chance of a switchback because Gill's on the inside. We'll see if they come out side by side. Not quite. Casper did get past Forbes, and Lakiti and Lickle are still going for it. It's Jagetex on the inside. Bit of contact on the exit, tries to go for the run, and we're going to go side by side into the S section once again. Buddy is ahead already, so no need for side by side. He's already got it done. Casper up to P12, and we've got a bit more action going on as Lions start to fall through the field a little bit. He's got Calzo on him now. The timing screens do get a little bit messy on the second lap, so that's probably why you're seeing it not really update too much. It'll fix itself on lap 3, and besides, you've got a nice map. As Calzo tries to relegate Lions to last place, decides not to do it at the moment. Meanwhile, Louis, the leader, Rafa second, waiting for DRS to get enabled as Toxic Tomatoes sits behind now. We're going to have to look for Gill and for Blizzard. We know he likes a wee late braking. Oh wait, no he doesn't. He doesn't go for anything because it's Blizzard. I'm expecting Blizzard to go for some moves tonight. Seriously, if he doesn't, I'm going to get really angry. It's one of the main problems we had with him last season. He just didn't pass for his life. So he's got to start passing people this season. Right. Finder updated. We've got a fully updated grid. Will Calzo relegate Lions to last place? Yeah, the Mercedes driver does have to be struggling quite a bit in the early stages on these tyres. JP, I don't know if I'm going kart or not. We'll just need to wait and see if flights get cancelled or not, because I know quite a lot of flights in the UK are being cancelled. I'll let you know closer to the time, but I should be fine. All things considered, I should be there for karting, so don't worry. I'll still see you there. I think. No guarantees. Anyway, lap 3. That means DRS, and it means we get the first chance to see these people crashing out, probably, when it all goes terribly wrong and a late braking move to the hairpin at the end of the lap, as per. Liam's got to stop doing that. In fact, they've all got to stop doing that. I see what you're up to. Oh, you're going to take out all the Lando Norris haters. Well, luckily I don't hate him. I just don't like him that much. I don't like meme. I like the... he's okay. How about that? As Casper up into P11. Nice exit. Got it done. And he'll get DRS to pull away with. Gill in the back of Toxic Tomato. No one really making any moves at the front. You know, this track's quite deceiving. It has to be said. Even though you get loads of DRS, you don't actually get much advantage from it. It's just a DRS train the whole race. Same thing with Bahrain. It's because it's super easy to go very consistent around here, and you can be fast at certain points. It just makes it impossible to pass unless you're making a mistake, which is quite difficult to do around here. Make a mistake. So pretty much the only chance it overtakes is probably into turn 1 and 2, and even at that, it's sometimes a bit of a stretch. So if I'm honest, don't really expect too much overtaking unless we get dive bombs like the one that's about to come from Lickle here, as he goes down the inside into turn 6. Better contact, wheel to wheel on the exit, and he probably won't go side by side, probably not close enough. Oh, saying that, got a good exit, and yeah, puts the throttle down, try and cancel the spin out, but it didn't really work out for him, did it? And I noticed that damage was on, but it didn't look like damage was on there. And mind you, it was more a wheel-to-wheel contact. Maybe there was no damage. I don't know. Maybe there was not enough contact for damage, maybe. And Lickle's retired. Virtual safety car. Does anyone pit? Is there any actual point? Now, did Lickle retire through terminal damage? Yes, okay, right, damage is on. Just making sure. Right, and I'm going to pit on the virtual. It's unlikely. Okay, ignore that. Gill has pitted. He's not the only one. Liam is pitting as well. Lickle has left, and he's off to drown his sorrows, and then realise, flip him the admin. Probably going to get in trouble for that. As Connor's already pointed out. Now, the ideal situation for these two would be for this VSC to end after they've exited the pits. Gil will get that luxury, but Liam with the front wing chains might not. And you can see Gil out there. That's worked out very well for him. And what about Liam? Nope, he won't get it. It's green again. How do we get on at the front? Looks like no major changes, but it'll be interesting now to see Gil. He's in 8 seconds of free air. And we'll see what he can do with that. He's got to get those tires to the end of the race. He might well do that. But you do get safety cars for any sort of accident, so we get another one, or even virtual, then the guys at the front could have a chance to pit and then sort of undo all the damage that Gil would be doing to their races at the minute. Anyway, DRS for Rafa. You'll probably see what I mean now with this whole... It's just not long enough, the straight. Even though it's a long straight, it's just not long enough. You know, this is why I worry about Vietnam. Even though it's very long straights are good, there's loads of S sections and 90-degree corners as well. Sort of negates the straights a little bit. You probably won't be able to follow too much there. This is kind of a B-Tech Vietnam. I'll call it a B-Tech Vietnam. How about that? I think that would work. Then again, Vietnam's a bit like Korea, and Korea did get good races. Well, I don't know. Maybe it won't happen at this rate. I spent so much time trying to figure out what Vietnam's going to be like, and I just can't tell you. I don't have a gauge on it. It feels like some elements of it are fantastic, other elements are a bit, what the hell is that? So I don't really know what to think about it. Are Arsenal winning against Portsmouth? I'd hope so. Is Calza looking for the move? Probably, but doesn't go for it. Speaking of Arsenal, haha, Liverpool fans, haha, ha. We are the only unbeaten team in Premier League history ever. Ha, and we'll stay that way. Is yours gold? No. Will you win the worst Premier League season of all time? Yes. Will you go on about it for the next 30 years? Like it's actually worth a damn? Not that the gold trophy's any... gold trophy's worth more than a Premier League trophy. Gold Premier League trophy, you get 2. You get a silver one and you get a gold one. It's good stuff, that. Anyway, sorry. I'm just me trying to flex as an Arsenal fan. At the same time thinking, how on earth have Liverpool not gone unbeaten? We do not deserve to be the only Invincibles, quite frankly. But oh well. I'm being told I can't prejudge a race before it happens. But are you thinking that Vietnam's going to be good or bad? What do you think? Do you not ever get like a gut feeling? Because my gut feeling is it might be good and it might be really boring. I can't tell which one it's going to be. But I guess you can say that for any track. We've got a bit of side-by-side action into turn 1 here. But Lion is ahead of Calzo. Imagine losing 3-0 to Watford. My Arsenal would never do that. Right, Rafa. Don't go and do a blizzard on us now. Let's start pushing a bit. Even though you got less ERS, let's start pushing a bit. Let's start driving fast. What is Gil's gap? Gil at the minute is looking good. It has to be said, he is looking good. He still has 5 seconds of clean air ahead of him. Hopefully for him, by that point, the guys on mediums will have pitted. Also, Casper's looking quite good because he'll be on mediums at the end, not hards. And he's not had a bad race so far. He's been able to get through the field relatively quickly. Already taken down most of the field to get onto P8. Anyone pin at the front yet? Like I say, it is probably too early. As Forbes gets past Lakitu, they go side by side on the exit. We've also got Calzo and Lion. And Lakitu pulls over onto the racing line, whips into the corner and is ahead. Calzo with Lion all over him with the DRS now. Really won't keep that position for too long, I don't think, even though he just won it back. Here we go. Bit of lag, but a good run for Lion on the inside. And up into P11. But can Calzo hold it on the outside? Will he go too deep into the corner? That's exactly what he's done. He's going to lie, look for the undercut, and he's not going to get the overlap or anything. He's just going to be stuck there. Unless he throws one up the inside. Which is what he does. Lion now wants his own cutback, but I don't think he's going to get it. Ugh, I should stop commentating. I don't know what's happening here. They're so much better on acceleration than they are on just pure exit alone. The exit doesn't look great, but then they just accelerate like mad. I don't get this. Look at him bumping and banging. Finally, Lion says, you know what, let's just stop this for a while. Has he got front wing damage? No, he just thought he wouldn't take that corner. Oh, he thought about that up the inside, didn't he? He really thought about it. I thought about it. That's why I'm not in the top tier. I'm too dangerous for the top tier. Will he get by on DRS? Probably not. It's DRS. What use is that? Useless. Right, looks like the fight for third place is getting a bit tasty. Because it's a four-way fight pretty. Oh no, Toxic Tomato, no damage, but he did hit the back. He's going to lose that position. I did predict a P5 finish for Toxic Tomato, and that's where he is at the moment. Although saying that, Lee Finley might well fancy a look at the inside at some point. Calzo and Lion are at it again. They've been side by side for what feels like forever at this point, and Calzo ahead of Lion, but for how long is the big question, because Dive Bomb Central. I just dive in. You can't let me set you up like that for you to not then, you know, dive bomb. It's part of the rule set. It's part of the PSGL F1 preseason rule set. Go for dive bombs, for frick's sake. You're in front of 18 confused viewers wondering why. One, we're at China, and two, it says round 0. Right. You're probably noticing there's no point watching these two. It's the classic PSGL F1 way. Top two, they're quick, they're close, but they do absolutely nothing for the whole race. Possibly a wee swap under pit conditions if they're feeling ambitious. Forbes gets past Lakitu. Keeps it this time. Oh, what about Lion and Calzo? They're still pretty close. No move though on this lap. At the end of it anyway. Midnight has joined this fight now for third. It's nice and close. Liking it. Gil, how's he getting on? He's yeah, he's still got just under 3 seconds of free air ahead of him. You can now see Lion. And once he gets by Lion and Calzo, if he can do so, then he'll be in a bit more traffic. So any big gains he might be making might start to be lost a little bit when he catches these two. You can see he's still tracking to come out P1 when these guys all pit, thanks to having the foresight to pit under the VSC. A clever move. But will the tyres live long enough to get to the end of the race of any pace? They are hard, in fairness, they should. Even if they're sitting on 90%, they'll still have the same pace as they had when they were new on. That's just the way they work. It's probably the closest these two have been all race, but it's also at the same time probably the furthest they've been away from an overtake, because they're thinking, oh, really close, and it's just to tell you that nothing's really going to happen. And here you go, the classic pit lane swap. I did tell you it's going to happen. You can't tell me. This is why I've got this job. It's because I know that he's going to do this. It's just so blatantly freaking obvious. We've got 4 drivers in the pits. Now, any hold-ups? Bit of a hold-up for Blizzard. Probably Toxic Tomatoes might have to hold. No, he's got okay. He's alright. And Gil, how far is he ahead of Rafa? That's what we need to know, because we know he's ahead. Looks like only about 3 seconds, that. Yeah, 3 seconds. 3.1. Okay then, so Gil looking pretty saucy. But he is, like I say, about to catch up to the back of these two. Yeah, Lion's Pink helmet does look quite nice. I don't think it rendered properly when I looked at it earlier. It's like a chrome helmet. It wasn't chrome earlier. I know it wasn't. Pink does suit that car. Right, Louis. What are you meant to do? Are you meant to just give up, roll over and die? You're going to end up third. Third! What are you going to do? We'll need some masterclass here. Louis might actually have to overtake another driver. God help his poor soul. Into the pits he comes. Hamilton would be proud of that one. Lee in as well. Midnight 2. Probably Lakitu 2. We'll just confirm that. Casper leads a lap. Or will lead this lap. I don't think he quite crossed that line in the lead. And yeah, everyone is starting to move into the pits. Only the hard runners left to pit now. The people who started on them. And Gil ahead. Rafa ahead. Surely. Indeed he is. And Louis. Hi. You wouldn't think an experienced champion like him would be so inept. But maybe it's all part of his master plan. Let's just assume that he knows what he's doing and isn't completely ruining this race. I mean, for not putting under VSC, they all should be sacked. Unless these tires don't get to the end, they blow up and I look like a complete idiot. But the minute Gil, he hasn't quite got the pace, has he? But, as I say, it's so unbelievably, unrealistically difficult to pass right here that he might just be alright, you know. Saying that, we're not even halfway through the race yet, and it's probably too early to tell who's going to win this thing. Maybe he's on an aggressive two-stop, maybe he'll stick on some softs at the end. You know, what if we get another ESC? That would shake it all up quite nicely. I wish. That would be nice, wouldn't it? We got 20 viewers, yeah! Woo! Hello! Why have we got so many people watching a pointless pre-season race? It's almost like you've gone mad. No other league could ever manage this in a pre-season race. Absolute ledges. Legends. People who I like a lot. Take that, AOR. Bet didn't even. Did they stream their? Did they stream their pre-season races? I might be looking like an idiot now. Maybe they do stream them. I don't care. Listen, we're doing well. That's what I'm gloating about. Right, Lion. That's a bit close with comfort because you've now got Gil behind you. Maybe that's why he's panicking a little bit. I mean, Gil himself is probably panicking, but he knows if he gets by these two, then he'll be looking saucy. Because then Raph will probably start to pass the into you, and then he might get backed into Louis, who's potentially going to get backed into Jake Attacks. We're seeing good potential here for a nice championship fight. I've got to say, this is a promising start. And anyone who's complaining about safety cars, I can see TJ in there, he's mentioning the safety cars. Grow up, come on. We wouldn't get safety cars if people didn't crash. So really, don't crash, don't get a safety car. Done. Don't worry about safety cars. Or maybe you're praising them, I don't know. Maybe I'm not being worried. It is difficult to predict the race result with a safety car. It's true. It's a good thing that though, so don't. Good, you're not complaining, good stuff. Okay, happy enough. Louis, that lasted long, Rafa. What are you doing? Seriously, what are you doing, Rafa? Are you serious? But yeah. Nah, you're right, difficult to predict race outcomes of with safety cars, not or all over the show. Sorry I ever disagreed with your agreement of my point. Yeah, okay, TJ is saying my exact point, so we are on the same wavelength with that. Good stuff. Right then, Gil, teammate to deal with, and also Louis, because that must have been the weakest defence I've ever seen, Rafa. I've got you pinned for the championship, lad. You gotta pick it up. Take him off the track if you have to. Or maybe it's all part of his master plan. We've all got master plans. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. I will not be proven wrong. Louis shall not win this flipping race. I know Gil is in the box seat to win at the moment, but that's irrelevant. I think a lot of people would have done a lot better last season if that patch was done earlier. But now we get a whole new season to look at the patch and say, this will be entertaining. I'm telling you, this patch is going to make commentary so much more fun. Like, I like commentary enough as it is. But man, I love it. The map as well. No one mentions the map as Gil gets by his teammate. Shockingly, that was an easy move. Who saw that coming? What about Louis though? He's behind Lion, and we know Lion would like to put up quite a big defense to anyone he can. But yeah, the map is underrated. People should praise the map more. And Louis, let's see if there's any defense at all. Yeah, well, he's ahead, Lion. If he can just hold the line, then Lion might have a chance of getting back, but he's not going to do that, is he? No. I have no idea when F1 2020 is to be released. You know, you'd have thought we'd have heard something by now. It's March. Last year the game came out in June. I'm expecting the game probably to come out late May, early June. Now that's sort of when the game that appears to be slated to come out. I think Cody's did say it would be earlier than last year. That's why the season will be 10 races. I guess a lot of people probably suspect it'll be an early release. With all good reason as well. Because I imagine Cody's will probably not change too much with 2020 and have all their focus on next gen 2021. That's, I guess, the idea there. So, yeah. Anyway, this could be the race winning move here for Louis. He's got a full tank of ERS. Gil isn't even using the ERS that he's got. Oh, flip me. Try at least. Ugh, you boring salt. It's going to be a race win. Louis gets it too easy in this league. Look at him. Taking that ERS down to 0. I totally would do the same thing, but that's not the point. Ugh. I mean, couldn't they have at least, you know, waited a lap to get over to him? Because then that would have let Rafa catch up. Ugh. Triggers me to no end. Right then, people on mediums. Oh, this could be Casper's big opportunity. He's praying that a safety car comes out for that, and he gets it. Casper, you saw the accident happen. It was the Kitty in the final corner. We saw it happen live, and Casper, I was about to just mention him as Blizzard hits the back of Lee. They were pretty close in a fight. Is there any damage? Yeah, he'll pit then. But I was about to say that Casper was looking sweet if a safety car came out, and just as I was about to mention that fault, he gets it. Now, this is the question we've got to ask. Does the whole field decide to pit? Everyone stick on a set of mediums. It's not early in the lap. It's not early in the lap. It's a safety car, not a virtual safety car. He'll keep that advantage he has. Casper will be loving life right now. Where did he start? Because he started 14th. I'm just wondering, does everyone pit in anticipation for Casper being very quick anyway? Do they all just pit? That's the question. Because this pretty much would give Casper the guaranteed W, wouldn't it? Let's see what Louis does. I'm expecting him to pit. They sort of... Certainly Gil. Gil will pit. Rafa stays out. Jagotex pits. I'm with these pitters. I'm with everyone who's pitting at the moment. Maybe they haven't got enough mediums left. That could be the issue, but... I'd be pitting. You've got to pit. Even if it's going to be a stack, like Red Bull and Toro Rosso. I am with these people stacking or pitting at all. Where's Forbes going to end up? Because he could be in a pretty saucy position as well. Casper's already come back out on track. And you know what? Forbes is just... He's just put himself in a fantastic position. Gil out in a fantastic position. But it's Casper, Forbes and Gil, the guys who are looking to be making fantastic gains here. And even though Liam's been held a while, he will catch that all back up. And it's suddenly the top three all in a bit of a pickle. It has to be said. They pit now, they're at the back. And that is how you turn a race on its head, people. And so Lakiti then lost it on the exit of the final corner. And that's why safety car came out. Like I say, we saw it happen live. Thank you, Lakiti, for your services. Hope you enjoy the race that you've created now. Hope you do stick around. This is a product of your own labour. And suicide counts as labour, doesn't it, these days, in F1 terms. Will Liam catch up in time for Louis, Rafa and Lee to pit, just in case they decide to pit? They sort of have to, don't they? I still think they're better off pitting at this stage. They might end up ahead of Liam. Might, being the keyword. Yeah, Connor stating the bloody obvious there, saying Caster's going to win. He should win. Whether he will win or not is another thing, but he did finish second in the Championship last year. We know he's got the pace. And Louis does pit. Louis does decide to pit. He sort of sees sense here. Maybe one lap too late, but I guess you've got to pit. You have to. The top two are sitting out there. They're sitting ducks. Louis would have been a sitting duck. So, do you know what? Become the chasing pack. We all know he's quick enough. And, well, I say you can't overtake track. We're about to be proven completely wrong, almost certainly. Surely we're barnstorming last 10 laps, because I reckon the safety car will be what we'll be left with. 10 thrilling laps here in China for the pre-season race. Probably a good opportunity to share that link round again, Connor, I've got to say. So I'm going to start doing that. You better start doing that as well. Also, why am I not a moderator yet? Am I a moderator? I better check that. You know, I remember back in the day of 1 month ago, where a safety car coming out in the game was just a monumental moment. What do you mean my internet's what's happened? Is the stream working okay still? Is the internet working okay? Do let me know if the stream's broken, because I can't really do much about that. So actually, don't tell me. Am I a mod? Flippin' hell! Make me a mod, for goodness sake. All the things I've done for this league. Haven't even requested payment from these races yet. Wait till I do that, and you'll really know about it. Right then, so it's not lagging on my screen. I'll give it that. And when I put the stream on, maybe it's your dull internet. Or is the commentary behind? Am I speaking like badly? Stream, or maybe it's your dull internet. Or is the commentary behind? Am I speaking like badly? Nah, it's fine. You're off your head. Right. Here we go then. Safety car is in. Rafa looks to have went a bit early. Its limiter's on, and the McLaren of Casper, has he got damage? Give us a good camera angle, man. I think he just crashed into his teammate. He definitely hit him. Did he hit him hard, though? He's got no damage. Lucky, lucky bunny. He really lucky. No penalty either. So we all get away. Midnight must have had an accident. He's into the pit lane. But let's see. How long can these two on the hard stay at the front? I doubt it'll be very long. But we'll see. This is where I need to be proven right about Rafa's incredible pace. Which he definitely does have, according to me. Just, if you watched ILR last season, you know what I mean. I'm pretty sure he won all three of the 3 races he entered. It was pretty damn good. Yellow Sector 1 has been like gone and done something stupid? No. Has anyone done something stupid? Is the flag man on drugs? You never know. Right then, so what happens then here? Do we wait till DRS for stuff to start happening, or do I just sit here and think, why did I hype this up? Louis hasn't passed a single car on track yet. What a failure. Meanwhile, with Casper, on the back of his teammate, who he's already tried to shank once, he's going to probably just pass him normally this time. No point fighting, yeah. No point fighting, lad. Come on. You're on worse tires. Your teammate's a better driver in this situation. Get McLaren a W. Don't take each other out. For lipping hell's sake. I saved that one quite well. Right. Jacotech's closest to an overtake, probably. And yeah, Louis did pass someone. Shoot me now. Sorry, I spoke too soon. So, will Casper take the lead on this lap? Will he even need to open that rear wing at any point? I'm sure there'll be some retaliation, right? There has to be. I imagine Gil might well fancy a look as well at some point as Forbes gets out of the way for Gil, or at least tries to by crashing into Lee. Just slowing it all down a bit. I wonder if Forbes is panicking a little bit. As Lion and Jacotech were side by side in the section again. This doesn't work if you fly at the inside, and in fairness, room was given, and room is still being given as Midnight retires in the pit lane. That shouldn't require any safety car or anything like that, so he should be all good to keep racing. Jacotech, will he complete the move or will he just kill himself? He'll just avoid anything. Louis and Toxic Tomato going side by side. Nothing special really about that. Casper, are you serious? Top quality racing here as Casper actively avoids the overtake. Meanwhile, Forbes, you know, I hope Forbes makes him pay for that laziness. He's just hit him, hasn't he? That's just a bit poor, isn't it? Lee, you gotta be more aware of people around you, as Louis has just been shanked, I think. Yeah, broken the car. Oopsie doopsie freaky dicky. Oh wow, that's pretty aggressive driving, isn't it? Blizzard and Jacotech. Let's just ignore that driving from one of the, well, two championship contenders, we think, for this season, who have just decided to kill each other mercilessly and nonsensically. Gil is ahead of Forbes now. And you know, if Casper keeps mucking about at the back of Rafa, he could come and steal this thing. We got DRS now enabled. Louis' ghost car is gonna trundle round now. And yeah. Issue is that Lee is a bit slow. That's nothing against him. Nothing against him, but he's on hards and it's ruining everything. Because we got the two at the front. Rafa is doing his best at holding Casper. Like he actually is. He's actually defending. He's redeeming himself for earlier on. But this is only going to last for so long. And so Gil, I'm really hoping is going to get by. Is going to get by Lee now. So that there's a potential 3 or 4-way fight. Issue is, they're fighting each other. The guys on the hards are absolutely getting away with this right now. They really are getting away with this. Rafa, the further we get into this, the more chance he's got of winning. And you know what? I actually do think his chances are getting quite high right now. Because we've only got 7 to go, and Casper, he has got the extra ERS. But Rafa, we've just seen it. He can just defend on the back straight. So surely he's just going to have to sit on 0 in his whole middle sector, build it back up again. As long as he's got enough of the back straight, he should be alright. And I guess the further Lee can hope for these guys to fight, the more chance we've got of him finishing third. Toxic Tomatoes side by side with Jacotech, who's also trying to get by Lion. He thought about that there, you know. He thought about launching that into the next chicane. Decided against it, thank God. And yeah, let's just quickly set penalties. I don't think we have any, if I'm honest. I don't think I've seen a single one pop up, but just in case. Right, top tier, fine. We'll watch the rest later because here we go again. Rafa He's got a gap. Time for the Weave Fest to begin. That must be enough moves now. Does he try and close him off? He does try and pressure him a bit wide. I think Casper's gone a bit too deep there, so he's not going to get that, I don't think. Unless he gets a great exit, which he won't. Gil has got by Lee. That's important. Gil can now chase. Because Casper is stuck. He is stuck in it. Can he get by into turn 1? This will be some move. This is very much undefendable, as Casper does get by. He had to do that. One more lap stuck behind, and it would have been pretty much over for him, I think. I mean, Gil could still be faster than him. We don't know. He could still fly and past the two of them. But he's now up the third. Casper now up into the lead. How fast can he put away? Because Rafa has used all that ERS up, and we've got yellows. We've got a dive bomb as well. We've got Jacotex on the inside. Bit of contact there with Lion as we get to the exit. It was, I think, Toxic Tomato had contact, possibly with Blizzard or maybe Liam. I thought it was a Red Bull that had issues. Could well just been a Toro, so I caught on board though. Not getting any good views of Liam's front line, unfortunately, so I'm assuming he's alright though. He looks to be driving fine. Is that damaged? No, it's fine. He's okay. So, can Gil now get himself past and try and give chase to the race leader Casper? Same age of tyres, half the age of Rafa's hards. Forbes is going to get by Lee now on this lap. Calzo will be next in line to try and get it done. Will he hit him though? He will hit him. That was way too late on the brakes. Probably a one-way ticket to retirement, that one. Because he'll probably put it into the pit lane and he'll probably give up. Hopefully he keeps going. Just keep going. You never know what can happen. 5 laps. It's a long time. I'll give it that. But things can still go well for you in that time. And Gil thinks about it. Gonna try the overcut. Overcut, undercut. I can't decide what I want to call it today. I'll just call it the cutback. How about that? TJ asking for me to be in the comms box to replace Crofty. That's a great idea. Although I would put Alex Jakes ahead of me. Alex Jakes has got Instagram now. Yay! You do know Alex Jakes is a god, right? So put Alex Jakes before anyone, then put me. And my helmet reviews, I'll have you know, are great. As is this move from Jacotex if he can make it work. Mind you, it's on a damaged car, but credit where credit's due. He's gonna get it done. Nice driving from Jacotex. I was about to eat my words there. I thought I was about to watch a horrible accident, but they were okay. Right, Gil on the back of Rafa. Here he goes. Up into P2, easy as that. Can he give chase, or has Casper got this one done? That looks late, that looks very late. That's later than from Lion. Okay, Liam looked quite late, but Lion's just gone and beaten the world record for shortest braking distance in China. What a move, around the outside. I'm sure he enjoyed that one a lot. Will he make it 2 moves on 2 DRS straights? Or is that a bit too ambitious? Because here comes Liam again. Thought about it. I think Lion's still thinking about Calzo, and Lion's now looking on the inside of Calzo. Are we going to try and have a cutback? Is it time for cutback number 642 in this race? Will we actually get a successful one? He'll get himself a nice slingshot, but will he be able to throw one up the inside? We just seen he can brake nice and late, but he's not going to brake late enough there. I'm glad you appreciate my work there, TJ. Cheers. I'm happy as well. We've kept the views rather consistent near the 20s. That's a pride moment for this league, for a pre-season race. Honestly, we should just win. We should win awards for that. I'm surprised. I've only seen one penalty pop up. I think that was a speeding penalty for Toxic Tomatoes. The rest of them have been in Narnia the whole race, and I don't think I've seen a single one of them get even a warning. It's a disgrace. Anyway, here comes Forbes. This will require some late braking balls of steel. Doesn't go for it. Lion's going to go for it. Here he goes on Calzo. And Liam, close to contact, but not quite. We're trying the cutback again. For the 643rd time. I think I've lost count. Any chance of Liam getting by? Not this lap. Calzo's got a nice run on line. He's got no DRS, that's the thing for the Mercedes driver. You can see the understeer though, that's incredible. He's almost under the grass and Liam will get by pretty easily there. Alright then, 3 laps to go. Casper, is he close to any penalties? Just in case. You know, look at it, they're all off in Narnia and they're getting maybe 1 or 2 warnings. It's just incredible. Look at it. No, look at this. Oh, Toxicimano got an actual penalty. He also got a fastest lap. That's the first actual on-track penalty. Look at them. Look at them. They're all off. What the heck? Oh, unreal. Unreal. Can't believe that. Right, Liam, DRS, Lion, probably can't defend that too well. There's a Jacotex as well, is going for the move on Lee Finlay. Here comes the cut back again, and folks, I think this might well be a successful one. Ah, it counts. It counts. Even if Lee gets back past, I'm going to count that as a successful cutback. Into turn 1, and he has got it back. It counts. Yeah, we're seeing people go for fastest lap now. Blizzard should come back out ahead of Toxicimano. He should have that pretty much booked. Will Jacotex go for the move? He's got a very nice run. Very nice run. Jacotex will go for, you know what, the cutback. Right, surely the... Oh, he's been hit. I was going to say, surely to God we've got a successful one, but no, he's just been punted. Man, he's going for it again. These people love a wee cutback, don't they? My God. Oh, he thought about it on the inside. He really did think about it. He probably could have made it work as well. He had it all set up quite nicely. Will he launch one here? Wouldn't really make much sense to, even though DRS is completely useless. He's also got next to no ERS. But he has got a good run. Even with the half deployment he's got with under 10%, he should have it done. He wants the inside, he's going to get the inside, close to contact. It was contact. Tried to shove him a little bit out wide to get a nicer look into the corner, and finally, move complete. For now. He's got Liam, he's got Lion. They could still end up passing them soon. In fact, Lee's coming straight back past. My goodness. Oh, that's so close to contact, and they're both now pretty low on ERS. Liam's low as well. In fact, they're all low. They're all absolutely giving it everything on this final lap. It's good to see. It is good to see. In this fight for 5th place. Jacotex, here we go again. And again, wants that cut back. Do you reckon it could be a little less predictable? Like, come on. How about these guys? They haven't really done themselves much in terms of ERS. Maybe Forbes has a chance on Rafa, but I don't see much changing there. I think this is the fight to watch, the fight to 5th, but I could be wrong. Have been wrong many times before. Not gonna deny it. But I do think I'm right here. 8/10 of the gap. Well, actually, that is a good thing for Forbes. Let's see. Can he give it a go? It'll need, again, a bit of late braking. But you know what? Rafa's got pretty much nothing to defend with now. He's got nearly no ERS. Does Forbes launch this one? Will he go for that all too familiar cutback? He will, but it's not going to be good enough. Here comes Casper from 14th on the grid. He wins the pre-season race. A fantastic drive. Gill's second, Rafa will be third with Forbes 4th. And look at this, Jacotex is ahead of Lee. And that one went right to the line. Jake takes 5th, Lee 6th, Liam 7th, Lion 8th, Calzo 9th, Blizzard looking for that fastest lap. What's he got to beat at the moment? He's got to beat a 1 minute 32.4 set by Toxic Tomato. He's in the top 10 anyway, so he should get this fastest lap regardless of what happens. As long as he doesn't stick it in the wall, or else it would go to Casper. Not that it actually matters, there's no points here, it's only a pre-season race, but let's just pretend it is for a second. Round the final corner, Blizzard. Fastest lap. Although, Toxic Tomatoes, hold on. He has got a good lap on here. He could nick it. Could nick it at the last. He might need to cut the final corner quite considerably though. He's pretty much out of ERS deployment on this lap. He's given it everything. Let's do that again. Did he get it? Oh, it's close, you know. He might have got it. He might have got it. Bit of pride, you know. Anyway, there's your podium. Casper, he waited for the safety car. He got it at the perfect moment. He won from 14th on the grid. Have that. 2nd, Gil. 3rd, Rafa. Louis, nowhere to be seen. Will that be a theme throughout the season? Of course not. But let's just pretend for now it will be. And yeah, a well-deserved podium for those guys. A very enjoyable race as well. Thoroughly enjoyed that pre-season race. And just to confirm the grid position, I'm pretty sure it was 14th. We'll check it. Yeah, 14th. I didn't get any XP for that. The heck? That's like the first time it's ever happened. And no, Toxic Tomato did not get the fastest lap. It was flipping close though. Louis McMahon Award. Might be the lowest score McMahon Award I've ever seen. Only 5 seconds of penalties. That must be the lowest. Has to be. But yeah, let's just quickly confirm the order. Do you know what? Everyone in the top 10, no penalties. Even though they all deserved many. So, order. Casper from Gale. Rafa Forbes from 15th as well. Good from him. Jaketex 5th. Lee 6th. Liam 7th, Lion 8th, Calzo 9th, and Blizzard 10th with the fastest lap to boot. And then outside the top 10, Toxic Tomato only finisher outside there. Lee was a ghost car at midnight, DNF'd, as did Lakitu and Lickle. And that's it then for pre-season. I believe that's the last pre-season race. I believe the season kicks off proper tomorrow with Bahrain. No idea what tier it is, probably F6, I guess. But according to the calendar anyway, it does. If you want to see me in action this weekend in Bahrain, I will be racing in F3. That's 8 PM on Sunday, and I'm feeling quite confident. I think I can have a good chance of the win. So hope you all tune in for that. And of course for the F1 tier, we're back same time next week, Monday at 8. And yeah, can't wait to get the season off. Whew, it's gonna be fun. So thank you all for watching. Hope you've all enjoyed it. And yeah, let's look for more races like that in the full season. But from the commentator Owen White, thank you for watching and safe travels. Yes, I saluted. Don't question it.